guys, I'm R.
And I'm R.
And we're R&R.
Hi.
Something awful happened.
We broke our nails.
I suffered a full break and Riley had a semi-break.
But don't worry, it doesn't have to be this way.
We use tea bags to repair our nails.
So keep watching to see how it's done.
There's been a break. Just the sight of it is horrible. But how will we fix this nail break? Well, turns out the tea bag technique works on whole breaks as well. So all you need to do is grab those tweezers and some base coat or another polish. And just apply a little bit of that right on the break and on top of the nail, as well as a bit on the broken nail itself. Then, using those tweezers, just grab that nail and put them back together and apply pressure for about a minute until your nail is one again. And once that was done, I just applied on the break a little bit of base coat as well as the back of the break. Now we can finally get into the tea bag technique. So all you have to do is apply a little bit of base coat all over the nail, cut up a tea bag the size of your nail, and then apply over the break and cover in base coat. Now I'm just tapping gently on the tea bag itself and putting a little bit of base coat on the back and covering that as well for extra protection. So I did end up doubling it, if you will, and I just added another tea bag on top of the base coat on the original tea bag until my nail was sturdy enough. Then I just filed down the edges a little, and then I just covered all of this in an OPI brown color and covered the brown in a matte top coat, and then later on with a glitter. In the end, I think it looks pretty good, and overall, I've had this for a day or 2 days, I guess, and it's very sturdy. So I would definitely recommend putting 2 tea bags instead of 1, but making sure the layers in between dry. Overall, I'm very pleased with this technique.
Now I'm going to show you how I repaired my semi-break. I just gathered some materials. As you can see, the most necessary ones are a top coat, scissors, a tea bag, and a nail file, but there's a few extra here that you might want. I'm starting off by clipping all my non-broken nails to the desired length and then filing them out, leaving the broken one for last. Next, I'm chopping off the top of the tea bag and pouring it into a bowl. And of course, taking this adorable tea steeper to put it into for later. Here I'm showing you what the crack in my nail looks like, so it was clearly a little wiggly and was definitely going to break off soon. Here I'm just cutting at the seam of the tea bag, and then I'm making it even smaller to fit the size of the crack on my nail. The next step is to paint a base coat, and while it is still wet, apply the piece of tea bag. I just lightly pressed it until I was sure it was firmly on the nail. Next, I just covered it up with the top coat. As you can see here, once the top coat was put on, the tea bag looks completely transparent. And here I'm showing you that the crack was still a little bit wiggly, so I put a second coat of tea bag just to be safe. So I'm just following the exact same procedure as before, but remember, if you're going to do a second layer, please let the bottom layer dry completely first. You'll see why I wish I had done this later on in the video. Here you can see that it's super solid, so I decided to file it and cut it to the same size and shape as the rest of my nails. And of course, I'm just finishing off with my favorite cuticle balm. And that's it. Peeling off the peeling. I'm a little disappointed, but came off. So those were our tea bag repair videos, and we hope they were helpful.
Yeah, and guys, I swear, I've had this tea bag on my ring finger for like more than a week, and it is still really sturdy, and I've had no issues.
Yes, well, clearly if you let the repair fully dry, especially in between layers, if you have more than one tea bag layer, and stay away from water, you should have no issues and your mani should last, unlike mine.
Yeah, if you follow those rules, then you will be a satisfied customer. The tea bag is foolproof.
Anyways, don't forget to stay cool
And safe.